What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. Hope you're all doing well today. Thank God I've done my daily MXB mods posts like check, and outside of the Supercross tracks recently, it's been, I'd say, drier than a nun, to put it politely. And I'm so happy to see that we finally got a good-looking Nationals track, and I saw this screenshot that you'll see on screen right now, and I saw the words, "The track is pretty wide open." So I thought, you know what, that screams two-stroke to me. So we're on the 2003 RM250 two-stroke today, and we're going to see how it goes, really. This is a track made by Bishop, and I have gone and asked the man himself if it was pronounced Mackay or Mackay, because I had no idea in my head which one it would be, and I got told it was Mackay. So if that's true, thank you, Bishop. If you're trolling me, I hate you. And I'm sure you fellow Aussies will let me know down in the description as well. This is round 2 of the Australian something or other championship, I believe. And I haven't done round 1 yet, actually. Maybe I should go and revisit that at some point if I enjoy this. We'll see how it goes. But having a look through all the screenshots on the post, it does look like what he said. It looks like a pretty fast track. Bits of rough as well, so I'd be interested to see how that works in this game, because I find quite often on bikes it's either hit or miss with the rough. It's either just the perfect amount, or you just can't get settled for the turns and it kicks you all over the place. But we will soon find out. It's looks quite, the ruts look quite mellow so far, which is not too bad at all, especially for if you're, oh my god, let's not do that, let's get back over here, especially if you're planning to do long motos and such, and the track just slowly gets eroded away over time. Not a bad idea whatsoever, as long as they hold you somewhat at the beginning. You don't want to just be flat tracking around everywhere going over that. Okay, it's going to take me a couple laps, I think, to kind of get my bearings here and work out what lines are what. My issue is, as soon as I get on these two strokes, I just want to hear them sing the entire time. I just want to go flat out, and that's not always the best idea, because as you see, I've already kind of gone off the track twice in this first lap. I quite like this rough on first impressions. It's nice. It's not overbearing. You have some tracks where you basically, your front end will just like knife in one of the big bumps and you'll do a 180 or whatever, but this seems like a decent amount so far. I feel like if I was to ride a 450 maybe, it could be a little bit overkill, so I feel like I've made a good decision in toning things down just a little bit today, even though I really at the moment, I'm loving riding my Husky 450 more than ever, just because of the skin that I've got on it. Chicken made me a number 1, like a gold-plated number 1 skin, and it looks so good with my gold aerial gear that I tend to wear a lot of the time. And it's just, I just want to wear it all the time, and I wish I could run number 1 already, but I've got to wait until next season, so it absolutely sucks ass. But it's fine. It's not the end of the world. We move. And I'm a bit nervous about running that number 1 play, actually. I feel like it's a bit heavier than most. Most people that run the number 1 doesn't tend to go too well for them. And that's, I mean, look at Cooper Webb, for example. IRL. It's not really been his season, has it? And a lot of people can put the blame on the bike, but Marvin's been doing all right recently. He's not been doing too bad. I'm quite interested to see how that whole KTM setup goes for outdoors with Dungey and Cairoli and AP's. I think AP's going to be there and healthy, I believe. I could be wrong, but this I'm having quite a lot of fun actually around here already. I've no idea where the finish line. Oh, never mind. There's the finish line. About 1.5 minute long lap times, which is, I'd say, pretty standard for a motocross track on this game nowadays. They do tend to be a little bit faster than IRL. I've not seen any footage of any real life GoPros around here, anything to compare, so I'm going in pretty damn blind. But there seems to be a thing about a lot of the Australian tracks in this game, regardless of who they're made by, if they're made by Bishop or if they're made by Higo, for example. Those are just 2 off the top of my head. But they always seem to just ride quite well and be really fun tracks, and I feel like it's just a case over there in Australia that you do generally have some good fun tracks to ride. And I mean, this looks like a whole lot of land to work with. I have no idea what that situation's like. I guarantee it's better than it is in the UK, that's for sure. We get a tiny little like goat trail tracks is what I like to call them. They're not big spaces of land to work with by any means. You just have to make do with what you've got. But this does look, it looks pretty damn big. What's that over there? Oh, hang on. Let's do some investigate. Oh, okay, it's an alligator. Tell me you're on an Aussie track without telling me you're on an Aussie track. Got fucking alligators lurking around in the river. Oh, I hope that's not true. Imagine just sending a jump and you got a bloody alligator on the track. Oh, that'd be wild. And I'm calling them gators rather than crocs because I don't know the difference between the two, and I'm sure I'll get told off either way. They might be the same, they might not be. I'm not a biology man. I have no idea. Okie dokie. that bit keeps throwing me off. I need to remember I need to turn a little bit further left so as to not jump over the other side of the track every single time. And brake. Oh, I think this could make a really good 125 track as well, thinking about it. I can imagine a full-on 125 race around here. There's some tracks that just lend their hands to the smaller bikes, and I feel like this is one of them. And most of the time you get the massive, almost like fantasy-style tracks with the huge boots and stuff. They're more your 450 tracks on this game. Whereas when you get the more realistic, in terms of scaling, tracks, that's where your smaller bikes, your two-stroke come into play. And I do savour a place in my heart for these sort of tracks. I do really, really enjoy them. They are a hell of a lot of fun. The ground texture is okay. I feel like the track as a whole feels a little bit dark, and I'm not sure if I just need to go and start turning on some more shaders or whatever. I mean, it'll look a bit brighter for you because I always, when I'm doing my editing after the fact, I'll always go and change the colour balance a little bit, make the video a little bit brighter. So it won't look as dark for you by any means. But on my screen right now, it's almost like a little bit of like a moody lighting. I would like it to be just a tiny bit brighter, a little bit easier on my eyes, but that's just me in my old age. I'm starting to struggle to see. I mean, going completely off topic here, I downloaded some shaders on Minecraft the other day because I've been trying to get back into my Minecraft again. We've got a realm going in the Discord that I'm usually in, and it's just the dark parts I struggle so much. I need like constant light everywhere. I think it is just me getting old. My eyes are going, my ears are probably going as well. I mean, my back's already gone, that's for sure. My knees are a bit dodgy, but I'm only 26. I feel like I'm bloody like 50 plus at this age. It's all going downhill. I'm past my prime. It's all going wrong. Now I'll just sit here in my room making content on video games and go and ride in IRL like once every 3-4 weeks or so. And that's basically my life at this point. It's not a terrible gig, I'll give you that much, but I do wish I was in a bit of a better state for the age that I'm at. And I definitely don't help myself, like diet and exercise and all that good stuff. Can definitely go a long way. So one day when I find a little bit of motivation and a bit of time as well. I feel like I'm so busy recently, especially with trying to do these double uploads more consistently because they do help the channel out a hell of a lot. A big reason as well is I've got to look at it from a monetization standpoint. I'm in a position right now where I'm just trying to save, you know, for my own place, try and get a somewhat decent place. If anybody has any idea about the house prices in the southeast of the UK, you'll know what I'm on about. It's a bit difficult at the moment if you're not doing it with someone else. So yeah, it's just one of them. I need to try and save as much as possible, and YouTube is a great kind of secondary source of income for that. So I'm just grinding. You know, got that Sigma grind set. Oh god, I hate all that. That's so cringy, all that Sigma male grinding stuff. It's so funny though. I wake up at 4 AM, I buy crypto, I go to the gym, I come back and look at my crypto, I sleep, I go to the gym again, I buy more crypto. I dabbled in crypto once. I think I bought like 4 Ethereum back when it was around £700, $1,000-ish dollars, and I just spent like every single day just looking at it, stressed out, watching it go up and down, up and down, up and down, rather than just leaving it like you're meant to do. And then I took it out with maybe like £100-ish profit, and I've never bought anything since. It's far too stressy for me. I don't like it at all. And saying that, I mean, it's gone up, like it's tripled now, so that proves me right for taking it out when I did. It's one of them things, like I remember when it was all really like hiking up, when Bitcoin first got to 50, and it just seems to have leveled off since, and I'm wondering, it's always hard to tell when that next spike's going to be. I mean, nobody truly knows, so I don't bother with it. I feel like I'm much more happy having like my savings, and they're my savings, and just hoping that it'll go up. And that's just me. I like to play things safe. I'm not much of a risk taker, I suppose is the best way of describing it. And I like my safety. I like knowing what's what is probably the best way. I don't like the not knowing, especially, I mean, when it comes to my day-to-day job as well. So I end up on the phone with customers and stuff, and if I'm the one that has all the information, it's like you feel like you're in the power position, and then when you're not 100% sure, it's just like, I don't know, I'm sorry. So I like having all the information there that I need, and I feel like I definitely should have turned the erode on. I keep forgetting that when I'm going to doing these videos now, I've got the erode turned off just in the profile INI settings, just for when I decide to go and run some hot laps on tracks now and then. It just saves me having to keep resetting the track over and over again. But I feel like for stuff like this, I definitely feel like this is one of them tracks that will erode well, especially if you keep taking these same inside routes. They'll just hold you more and more and more, I'm hoping that someone does like a fun 125 race on it in the near future. I've been having a look in the evenings every now and then at the races that are going on the MyMXB website, just seeing if there's anything that anything that interests me at all, anything that I think, you know what, I've got a spare 2 hours or so, why not just take part in that? But there's not a whole lot that's been doing it for me at the moment. But then the days that I am free, there's nothing on. Like, I was completely free last night, so Sunday night at the point of recording this, and there was nothing on whatsoever, which is understandable. You know, people want to enjoy their weekends. There was the FAR Supercross series, but then that's for people that it's almost like an AMS version of the aerial championship that we've got going, so people that don't qualify for the pro races. So I can't do that unless I buy like a bloody Smurf account and go and trash everyone and be a bit out of order. But I don't see much point in that. I don't gain anything, and I just ruin other people's nights. So no point in doing that whatsoever. And I think the next race is on maybe like the 3rd, and I don't even know what that is. I don't know. That's probably outdoors, to be honest. There's a little bit of outdoors creeping in there now and then. Now that we're getting closer to the actual outdoors season, I know there's the EMS 125 championship still going on that I done the first round with Charlie that we've not touched since. And oh, speaking of Charlie as well, a lot of people keep asking for him back in videos, and it's just a case of just kind of like missing each other schedule wise at the moment. I mean, we're both fairly busy people. He's been quite busy with work by the sounds of it, and it's just one of the things where we've not managed to get online at the same time and record anything. And he's been looking into his YouTube channel as well, and he's looking to do that in the future, I believe, unless he's changed his mind about it. But I'll slide in his DMs again, see what he's up to, see if we can get another video going at some point, because I do really enjoy those. They feel a lot more casual for me to record, kind of the same way that my last 2 live streams where I've been in Discord just talking with the guys, it just feels so much more relaxed and easy to do than me sitting here talking to myself for like the 3+ hours that the whole event takes. It's really nice. It's a nice change of pace, and you guys seem to enjoy me getting other people involved as well. So yeah, 100%. I need to look into that. I'll message him after this video, actually, see what's popping, see what he's up to. And I think I don't really think I've got a whole lot more to cover. This is a very, very good track, Bishop. Really well done on it as well. I like the amount of rough. I'd say that it's literally the perfect amount of rough. Any more than this, and it'd probably be a little bit overkill. It'd be quite hard to get yourself settled in any of the ruts. It'd probably disrupt the flow quite a lot, but I do like this. It's a very, very good amount. Hopefully you can kind of keep replicating that with future tracks. Some of the ruts, I feel like they almost feel like as if they're not there. You know, it's quite easy just to ride over them, but then that could just be me trying to go way too fast and blowing over them, and that is completely up to you if you want to make them a tiny bit bigger or keep the scaling as it is. I imagine when the erode does kick in that it will make them more rideable as well for a while, until MX Bikes does that thing and it just makes your front end tuck and go all horrible. But no, really, really good stuff. The elevation, I like the elevation. Obviously it's based off a real track, so you've copied what you can copy, but I feel like the track really lends itself well to this game. I do like a little bit of elevation change, but you know how this game is when it comes to really, really steep hills. It just, your back end kicks out, you do a backflip, but this is just that right amount where the game handles it absolutely fine. Definitely meant to be ridden on the smaller bikes. I think if you're going to ride a 450, you're probably going to have a difficult time. 1, with the traction, with the back end all over the place, and then 2, just with the weight of the bike, trying to get it turned around some of these tighter corners. But overall, very, very good job. I'd say maybe, I'm not sure how the lighting works in this game where it comes to tracks, or if it's purely just based off of the track decals and just the terrain, how the colour of the terrain as well, to make things a little bit brighter. Maybe if you can make the next one a tiny bit brighter, that might help people like me with their old age in their eyes, especially when you get under these trees. It can be a little bit difficult to see. But no, solid effort, good job, and thank you for telling me the pronunciation of it as well. And I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you did, please do drop a like. I'd really, really appreciate it. It really helps the channel grow more and more. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Have a lovely rest of the day, wherever you guys are up to, and until catch you in the next video, peace.
I'm working hard, I'm sacrificing my life, I'm sacrificing my mind, I'm sacrificing my sanity, but most importantly, I'm sacrificing my time. Boy, I feel fine, I feel like I am a king. Honestly, I can't complain, even with faith that's the size of a grain of some salt, I will still move a mountain and do what I want.